Ramon Abbas, whose social media moniker is Puppi, lived an opulent lifestyle and he chalked it up to begging people for a living, and that statement mirrored the truth. Puppi was arrested at his Dubai residence for being part of a global cybercrime and money laundering syndicate that is an intricate, nefarious web drawing in the Reconnaissance General Bureau, a military intelligence agency owing its allegiance to the Democratic People's Republic of Korea that pays strict adherence to the sectarian leader Kim Jong-un. What North Korea lacks in a stable economy due to the far-reaching effects of sanctions, it attempts to make up for it partly through cybercrime, roping in the members of the Reconnaissance General Bureau, which has gained much of its notoriety for carrying out the 2014 Hollywood heist on Sony Pictures Entertainment, numerous cyber heists on banks including the Bangladesh and Maltese among others, and the creation of the WannaCry 2.0 ransomware that attacked the UK National Health Service. With this level of infamy, the fabric of the syndicate clearly had a well-developed espionage network. Puppi, in a plea bargain, pleaded guilty to conspiring to commit business email compromises fraud on an English Premier League, a law firm. He also unequivocally admitted to conspiring to engage in money laundering of a Qatari businessman who wanted to build a school in Qatar. However, the most jaw-dropping plea of guilt is with respect to his affiliation to North Korean hackers who aided him in a cyber heist of a foreign financial institution, the Maltese Bank, and helped him launder $14.7 million. Here's a look through the lens of the past of the cyber heist of the Maltese Bank. On January 16, 2019, a Canadian cybercrime and notorious money launderer, Ghalel Alamaury, contacted high-profile Nigerian fraudster Puppi via text, and the writing was on the wall. Big hit on February 12th. But before that, let's rewind to find out how North Korea orchestrated this scheme. Ghalel and the hacker group dubbed Empire Monkey, due to the use of a hacking tool known as PowerShell Empire, had already mapped out the Maltese bank heist and were now working backwards. It all started in 2018 when the hacker group, with ties to North Korea, infiltrated the French stock market regulator and sent phishing email to the Bank of Valletta, the Maltese bank, under the guise of the regulator's official letter and a decoy document that contained a malware which, upon being downloaded, gave the hackers access to the bank. The hackers sought to transfer $14.7 million to various international bank accounts in the UK, US, Hong Kong, and the Czech Republic. Ghalel Alamaury was tasked to find a money mule who would provide account information of bank accounts that could be used to launder the funds. Ghalel, being part of a global syndicate to fleece people of their money, he contacted his confidant, known to have a vast network. We are now abreast with the knowledge of how North Korea hacked into the Maltese Bank of Valletta. So how exactly did they launder the funds? Ghalel Alamaury reached out to his confidant, Puppi, and asked him to furnish him with account information of 2 European bank accounts that could receive 5 million euros. Ghalel asserted that the accounts would be used to launder funds which would be received from the Maltese bank heist. Ramon Abbas, aka Puppi, not being new to this but true to this, provided account information for a Romanian bank account that he asserted could be used for large amounts. However, Ghalel was dissatisfied and asked him to provide another bank account that could receive a payment of 5 million euros. With time being of the essence, on 10 February 2019, Ghalel, seemingly under pressure, informed Abbas that 10th was his deadline and required him to urgently furnish him with account information for a further bank account. Puppi held up his end of the bargain by providing with account info for a bank account in Bulgaria. To the untrained mind, it seemed as though the North Korean hackers, having hacked the bank by conducting a cyber heist through social engineering and gaining access to the bank's computer network, and thereafter sending fraudulent and unauthorized SWIFT payment orders with the help of an inside man at the bank who would delete the history logs so the transactions could not be traced, and the reliance on the unparalleled efforts of money mules such as Hushpuppi, who had a fast network and established account information on drop accounts that would be used to receive the laundered money, that the whole cyber heist was a seamless operation. On 12 February 2019, Ghalel texted Hushpuppi, "The wire is now complete. We did it. 500k euro should be on your side by now." However, this assertion was similar to Icarus flying close to the sun. It was an amateur's mistake. This is because in Malta, where the Bank of Valletta was located, the employees detected the cyber attack as they encountered difficulties in reconciling the international transfers. On 13 February 2019, the bank, in a jarring revelation, discovered that their systems had been compromised. In a dire need of saving the situation, the Bank of Valletta went dark. The bank had no other way out but to resort to shutting down all operations at their branches, suspending their ATM services and taking offline all their online services, including mobile banking. This caused unprecedented chaos in malls, ATMs, due to customers' cards being declined at their point of sale services. On February 13, 2019, a day after the cyber heist was conducted, Hushpuppi sent a screenshot to Ghalel that the funds had not been deposited in the Romanian account. Unbeknownst to Hushpuppi, the Bank of Valletta, the Malta Police Force Economic Crime Unit, in concerted effort with the UK National Crime Agency and the FBI, had managed to foil the cyber heist attempt. Ghalel sent Hushpuppi a screenshot of a news article detailing the Maltese bank heist with a message, "Look, it hit the news," to which Hushpuppi replied with, "Damn." Since the money mules had laundered the funds to international accounts, the UK's National Crime Agency aided the investigation by trailing the flow of the laundered funds and arrested a total of 6 men who were involved in the cyber heist of the Maltese bank in February 2019. The bank traced the illegal funds to one of their accounts located in Belfast, which received €800,000. The National Crime Agency described the trail of funds in the accounts, in which a number of card payments and cash withdrawals totaling €340 were made. The National Crime Agency discovered that the laundered funds were used by the money mules to climb up a ring of the social status ladder, as the funds were used to make payments at high-end stores such as Harrods and Selfridges in London, where around €110,000 were spent on Rolex watches at a store in London, and payments were made for a Jaguar and an Audi 5 from a car dealership. The NCA's investigations culminated in arrest raids of money mules on 23 January 2020, where 2 men aged 22 and 17 in London, a 39-year-old who was arrested in Belfast on suspicion of money laundering offences, a 33-year-old man who was arrested at Heathrow Airport as he returned to UK from China, and in a twist of fate, on 31 January 2020, 2 men aged 23 and 24 turned themselves in at the police station in Belfast. In the United States, the FBI used Hushpuppi's social media Instagram account that showed logins from his IP address located in UAE. The FBI legally obtained search warrants of Apple and Google records, which indicated that the email rayhushpuppi@gmail.com was accessed from an IP address that geolocates in the UAE, Dubai. Further, Google records and Apple invoices were sent to his residence at the Palazzo Versace in Dubai, which was used as his billing address. Upon his arrest, Hushpuppi was extradited to the United States to face charges of money laundering. The FBI established a nexus between Hushpuppi and the world's leading bank robbers using keyboards, the North Korean hackers. The FBI's CASnet also managed to catch prolific money launderer Alamaury. Both Hushpuppi and Alamaury were indicted for conspiracy to engage in money laundering, in which they pled guilty and were sentenced to 11 years in prison. Ghalel and Hushpuppi were part of a global syndicate to fleece people of their money. Unfortunately, they were its weakest links. The saying rings true: a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. In regard to the North Korean hackers, on 8 December 2020, a federal arrest warrant was issued for John Chang-hyuk, Kim Ah-el, and Park Hyuk in the United States District Court. The FBI has issued wanted posters for the three accomplices, John Hyuk, Kim Ah-el, and Park Hyuk. However, it's believed that the accomplices are in North Korea, which does not have an extradition treaty with the United States.